that you can stretch.
Remember.
Kevin, you have to move a little forward. Okay, make sure that you...
You do realize you're first on camera.
Big space over here.
Remember, how you play and how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay? How you do anything is how you do everything. So you gotta play it hard, you gotta be all in.
Take your one up for today.
Don't be too embarrassing, man.
Everyone.
He's recording it, for goodness sake.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's start. 1, 2, 3, go. 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh God.
9, biggest that you can, 10, 9, 8,
Feels good to stretch though.
7,
You're lucky my hair. Oh God.
6, hey, you gotta do the exercise. 5, 4, smaller, 3, you're as small as a mole, 2,
Can't get all the way down.
you're a tiny speck.
You're still big, man. Why are you still at
1, and then back to 4, 5, 6, 7,
I'm watching out for
8,
sevens over
9, 10. Yay, kids! Give yourselves a big hand.
All right. That's just a warm up. That's a warm up.
That's just a warm up.
Okay.
That's a warm up. Yeah, it's a warm up. It's called big and small.
Okay, you can go back to your circle and then you can.
Okay, so that's basically just, especially for the new guys, for those who are doing it the first time, it's basically just, to get rid of your inhibitions. and yeah, you go smaller and bigger, and to stretch yourself so that you'll be all ready, all set when you go to Costco. Okay. So now for the main event for today. The exercise is called Gibberish Interpreter. Gibberish. Okay. So this is an exercise that we're going to do by pair. So you can pair up with the person next to you. Oh, you want to pair up?
Oh, Wesley.
Yeah, I know. Dana and Wesley always want to pair
I
up.
want to get Dana.
Wesley,
I get with you.
People are starting to talk.
Okay. So, partners and partners. Okay, so the two of you. Okay, everybody has a partner? Okay.
Except Ego.
Iko and Kevin, partners. Huh?
These two guys.
Yeah.
Someone short one.
2, 4, 6.
We're uneven. Because I got two partners. I'm special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can pair up.
So you choose who your partner's gonna be.
I can pair up with Hayward.
Hayward. Okay. So what is this exercise all about? Gibberish interpreter. There's a gibberer.
Gibberer.
There's a gibberer, meaning you just say something that doesn't make sense. You just make like sounds.
You talk like this now.
Yeah, that actually still makes sense.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. Okay, so there's a gibberer and there's an interpreter, and let's limit it to 3 vocal and physical grunts or actions, whatever. And then the interpreter will interpret what the gibberer just said by repeating the exact same vocal and physical elements. Okay, so and then that's how it goes. We'll just do it like 3 times.
Like
It has to mean something.
But it has to mean something.
into understandable language?
Mm-hmm.
Gibberish is something that doesn't make sense.
But the interpreter will
We'll try to
translate it.
Yeah, we'll translate it.
Chinese or Korean?
I like cool.
Oh, okay, so that follows intonation.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? Redneck.
The vocal and physical elements. So what is the challenge for the gibberer? The challenge for the gibberer is to incorporate as much vocal and physical elements into the exercise. And yeah, so it has to be physical and then vocal. You think about the tone, the pitch, the volume, the intonation, stuff like that. And the challenge for the interpreter is to try to figure out or translate what the gibberer is saying. Okay? So,
So the
I'm gonna
Wesley
be
and Wesley and Dana.
no, let's do it. Come on.
You're gonna be the interpreter.
You're gonna be the interpreter. Okay.
You're gonna be the interpreter.
I'm gonna be the gibberer.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Woo!
Yes. I'm the gibberer. I was running a while ago, running late because I'm excited to this exercise today. Now I'm here.
Okay, so yeah. You guys, I'm sure you guys can do better. Be spontaneous and try to have fun with it.
Y'all go first.
Okay, Wesley and Dana. Remember, couple of things.
Gibber all day, man. You can do it.
A couple of things. One tip. One tip. The gibberer, you have to, exert, be spontaneous, physical and tonal.
Physical and vocal.
Vocal,
Remember,
yeah.
physical and vocal. So that it wouldn't be that difficult for the interpreter to interpret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Wait.
You can stay over here. You can stay over here. Yeah. So you stand beside me. Okay.
Turn and burn. Alright. So we start now?
Yeah. You face us. Face us. Face us. Hey, bro, face us. Yeah, you stand over there. Yeah. And then Wesley will be by your side.
So who's the gibberer?
Hey, bro, you gotta face us.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
The camera.
You don't need to face. You don't need to face. You don't need to face Wesley. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one. So we're gonna do three, okay? Do three vocal and physical. Go ahead.
Again, can you repeat it again?
We didn't understand what you said.
Yeah, same thing. Same exact thing.
Yeah.
I was walking down the street and someone touched my butt and I was like, ooh. I was like, don't touch my butt. Here's my friend. I'll even pay you money to touch my butt.
All right. Give him a hand.
Next pair.
Next pair.
I don't know if you want to hear mine.
Okay, let's all focus.
Let's focus. Okay.
Pod and Drake.
I was in the store and some guy hit the deck. And then this guy, he came up, he started hitting the quad. And then I was in the club, turned up, and this old man started hitting the doggy.
Hey. Next.
That went way too smooth. You guys knew about this exercise.
They practiced yesterday.
Everybody knew about it but me.
When you're on spare time, yeah?
Are you gonna face us, bro?
Facing.
Yeah.
I got
That's
it.
it.
Give us the eyes.
Where's the sound?
Where's the sound? Where's the sound? Where's the sound?
Grunt or something.
I had a customer. She had too many questions, and I had to go. Had no sales all day. I rang the bell. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. The old guy that already has DirecTV got off of his cart and started asking more questions than he really needed to.
There we go.
Actually, was a customer, you look at the whole thing, they don't qualify.
All right.
It's Hayward and Tito.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I got this, man.
Oh my god. I don't think it's the funniest one.
Okay,
It was effective.
You be the
I'll be the
gibber.
gibber.
Okay.
And then you're in the bed.
He's gifted.
Oh my god.
Don't even get me started.
I'm not sure if it's my head or on my shoulder.
You gotta follow, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take your cable bill, bundle it up, and throw it back to you.
He's scared in this one. Talk about it.
Oh, my back. It's on the wall.
Okay, David and
Andrew.
Andrew, who's gonna be the gibber and the.
Gibberish.
Make some hard ones, dude.
Yeah, Mr. Hawaii 5-0, huh? Got it.
All right, David.
Back at that.
Ding 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 ding.
Trying to watch TV. It's not 4K.
Ding 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 ding.
What do you mean I can't get unlimited? I have DirecTV. Oh, I do get unlimited.
Ding 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 ding.
I'm trying to find the nudie stuff.
All right. Yeah, Eagle, Devin. Devin has no idea what we're doing. It's his first day today. Really?
I think you should have been partners because of your, like, you have the whole
Yeah.
Next
Next time.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
Game.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's 7.
Yeah.
Where's the savings? Where's the savings?
Okay.
Hey, little boy. Eat the carrot. Eat the carrot.
That's classic.
Ow! But you bit my finger.
All right, and that's fair. You can stand over here.
It's scary. What's he gonna interpret as a scary?
I need to get the perfect. I need to get
Okay.
the perfect. What?
Yeah. Right.
Great.
What tag?
Hey, you're speaking Chinese, man. That was kind of different. Hey, sir, for some of these deals.
It's crazy.
I'll get right back to you in a second. Stretch. I just got my hair all fabulous.
All right. Give yourselves a warm round of applause. Congratulations.
So as we always do, we ask ourselves, like this time I have a particular question for you. Usually we'd ask ourselves like, how does the exercise help us in what we do, right? But the question now is, and you can answer both questions. What was the most challenging thing for the gibberer? What do you think was the most challenging for the gibberer and why? And what was the most challenging for the interpreter and why?
For the gibberer, he didn't know what we were going to translate it to, you know? You got this guy and this guy. Man, this guy translated it to a whole different thing from what he was doing. You know, that's probably me too, you know? Dead on. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, probably just the fear of what is going to come out of what I'm trying to say, you know?
Right, right. Okay, so which is why it's important that both are in sync with one another, right? Not just the interpreter trying to interpret, because it's like it's something that goes back and forth. So good insight.
I think as the interpreter, it's a different way to listen. Like you listen with your eyes as well as with your ears. Like you gotta
Very
listen
good.
to it all to be able to get it back.
Right. So you listen not just because it's the words are we don't understand the words, right? But what we do understand is the intonation, the tone, the facial expression. So again, just like before, it's all about subtext. Can you tell us again, David, what subtext is? You were the one who gave us a very nice definition the last time, I remember.
I have no idea what it is, to be honest. Subtext is basically conveying a point without saying it openly. It's the underlying push behind the context of the story.
Like read between the lines?
Read between the lines is a very good way of doing it.
Exactly. So, because as Tito always says, communication is just, what are the numbers again?
93% nonverbal.
93% nonverbal. So that includes everything that you just did, from facial expression to body language to the tone of your voice, the volume, the pitch, and only 7% the words that you use. And this is something that is very helpful, very useful when you go in the store. Something to keep in mind. When you communicate, the words account for only actually 7% of the communication that takes place. 93% is everything else that you do. And subtext, that's how important subtext is. And for our final closing activity, just as David said, subtext, and as Todd also pointed out earlier, subtext is something, it's our silent script. We're all actors, it's our internal script, it's our motive, it's our intention. It's what we say without actually saying it, right? Reading between the lines. But now, I want you to think about how you would like to feel when you're at the store, okay? And so we just make the subtext heard this time. You try to vocalize what the subtext is, what your subtext is. Your subtext is what's in your head, your mindset, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. So my question to you now is, what is it that you would like to feel when you're in the store? Try to keep it, very brief. Limit it to 5 words, maximum of 5 words. If you can, if you can give me how you want to feel in just 1 word, then that's better. But if you can't, then maximum is 5 words. I'll give you 30 seconds to think about it, and then I'm going to ask you one by one. I'm going to write it on the board. Thank you. So, question is.
Whoever's ready. Whoever's ready.
Is how would
Confident.
okay. Okay. So,
You can repeat it.
Yeah, well, let's start with Bryson this time.
Oh, I was gonna say confident. Positive.
Positive.
Okay.
Enthusiastic.
Okay.
Y'all can't take my
Go ahead. Next.
Jason.
Sorry, Danny, you're gonna have to think of a really good one.
I was like, the one time I do one.
Sorry. Happy.
Andrew.
Not desperate for a sale.
Not.
Not
Desperate.
He did it.
Hey, use the more fast.
Tevin.
Mine would be consistent.
Consistent. Eco.
It's gonna be mentally ready.
Mentally ready.
Mental.
Mental.
Mentally ready.
Yes, you're definitely
Just
mental.
kidding.
I
Okay.
mean,
David.
yeah, right.
David.
Confident.
Hayward.
Supremacy.
I always get nervous when a black man throws the word supremacy around.
Collective white man.
Collected and said.
And centered, okay? Yeah?
Josh.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Wesley.
Motivated. Stop punching people. Motivated.
Motivated.
Todd.
Adaptive.
Adaptive.
That's a good one.
Is it what word you use? Just say
Okay?
Sales oriented. Ready.
Ready.
I was gonna
Great. So, we've been talking about the importance of subtext, but we're gonna try to do it. I mean, to relate it to the exercise that we just did. Instead of, it's kind of like turning back on what I just said. But you know, sometimes you have to physicalize something and verbalize it when you don't actually feel it yet. So it doesn't always begin with the mind. Sometimes it begins with the body, with the action. Sometimes you have to act the way you want to feel. Like, you know, sometimes you feel like you're feeling shitty, but you can't afford to feel like that, especially when you're working, right? So, like, for example, you want to be energetic, but that's not how you feel. So sometimes you have to act energetic in order for you to feel energetic. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Push that action to get the feeling.
So yeah, the action comes first. Exactly. Thank you, Josh. You have to act. You have to act the way you want to feel. So if this is the way that you want to feel inside the store, then what I'm going to ask you to do now is to act it. You know, some people would say fake it until you make it, be it until you see it. But it's just, you know, it's one way of motivating yourself to be what you actually want to be. Okay? So, you know, it's like, I don't know if you guys are into musicals but there's this musical called The King and I, and there's this song that goes, whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune so no one will suspect I'm afraid. So it's kind of like fooling yourself into being what you want to be, you know. And also another musical, Sound of Music, Maria, you know, who wanted to have confidence in herself. You know, she sings, I have confidence in me, you know, something like that. And but at that time she was feeling really insecure about herself and she was scared. But she was trying to, you know, to fool herself into thinking that she was confident. So I want you to do the same thing, okay? To act the way that you want to feel. All right. So let's start with. I want you to. So just like in the gibberish interpreter exercise, I want you to do an action with this. This will be the vocal component, but I want you to physicalize it as well. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So just say the word and act it out. Physicalize it.
Gotcha.
All the while thinking
Start here.
that. We'll start with
Yeah.
yeah. We'll start with
Yeah.
Dana. Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay.
Wait, do I say the word?
Yeah,
You say the word, you do an action with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready.
Cut.
Take it from a man West there. Motivated.
Whoa! No. Sorry.
You have to say your word.
Oh, yeah. You gotta say your word. Yeah.
But that was a good one. Yeah.
But you just act it out, you know.
Adaptive.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so that's the action that you. Yeah. Okay. Before we continue, there's this book in Costco that I got a few weeks ago. It's called Presence by Amy Cuddy. And what we're doing right now is exactly the thesis of what her book is. That you start with the body in order to influence the mind. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. So she's saying that, for example, you're feeling like a little bit uncertain about yourself. What has worked for her and for a lot of other people in the study that they made was to make a Wonder Woman pose. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess? There you go. And face Wonder Woman.
She's
Wonder Man.
Like whenever faced with
shade of orange? That might be her color, actually.
with a challenging or a tough situation that calls her to be at her best, and that's something that they tested in a lot of other people as well. Before actually going into that situation, she would probably go to a bathroom or private space, and she would do this. She would do this. Yeah, she would do this, and so she would anchor her feeling on an action, and that's what I would like you to do. You have to think of an action that will remind you about how you want to feel when you're at the store.
Okay, so just one
Okay.
pose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One pose.
Okay.
Now, there are studies that have proven that the following action, doing this,
Uh-huh.
it's
Yeah.
universal because even people that are blind, and they're blind, right, and they win the track,
Right,
fucking,
right.
they do this, even though they're blind and they've never seen anyone do it. It's like a primal thing that the first caveman did it when he found fire, right? So the point is they put people in,
Champion.
before they went in for a job interview, they had people doing this versus people that were like hunched.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
we read
people
the
that were
same
doing
study.
that, had the power pose for 5 minutes, did a lot better. So that instills that into your body. It's like a physical kind of
Yeah.
your gut instinct in you.
Thank you so much for that, Andrew.
All right.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so Wesley, yours. Oh,
I have
yeah.
to do one motion. One.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
one
motion, or
Unstoppable.
even if it's a series,
Okay.
not as long as as long as it's not too like
Okay, motivated.
complicated.
Whoa!
Okay.
Store anyways.
No, he actually does that.
That's kind of what you do too, right? When you get excited. Anyway, okay, stop.
Unstoppable.
There's a variation of the Wonder Woman pose.
That was Sparta.
All right.
This is
Okay.
Sparta.
That was Kratos.
Okay, Steven.
It's not from God of War. This is like
Collected
Spartan.
together.
Yeah.
Smile and ready.
Okay, yeah, just
Collected and centered.
okay. Collected and centered. Okay, work?
Okay, I got it.
Supremacy.
Okay, there's some more.
Yeah, baby. Okay, David.
Confident.
Yeah, okay, with that as well. Iko?
Mentally ready.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, it's like
Happy.
a superpower, huh? Okay, next.
There's no action to happy except just smile.
Okay, can you show it us?
The $1 million smile.
Yeah. Oh, right. There you go. Get with the nod. Smiling and nodding as well. Okay, Tevin?
I picked on the system.
Yeah, just anchor it to an action that will remind you to be consistent. Andrew?
Not desperate for a sale.
With a hum, yeah, and okay.
Box number 1.
That's what I was going for.
Make sure to do that before you go to the store. Right, Sam?
Positive.
Okay, so remember those, guys. Remember those things that you did. Remember these feelings that you want to feel when you're inside the store. And when you feel like you're not feeling it, then do the action. And maybe, just maybe, it will help you feel the way you want to feel. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome. And just a quick note, in psychology of persuasion, the more present you are, the more influence you can, and the more persuasive you are. So be present, be in the moment. Don't think about anything else, but be in the moment. That's my advice for you today. Stores for today. It's gonna be 120. Again, it's gonna be Brandon. 687. It's gonna be Dana. Woo! 485 is gonna be Todd and Josh. And then 1038 is gonna be Steven. All right? Couple. All right. So and Drake will be in Sam's Club, our main guy. Yeah, go ahead. Let's make it fast, and so Dan, maybe you can lead a prayer for today.
Okay. Let us all remember that we are in the holy presence of God. Dear God, thank you for today. Thank you for all the blessings that you have given us. Please continue to guide us and help us in everything that we do. Please bless these guys and help them and guide them and be with them as they go to the stores today or go about their activities for the day. Help them be the best that they can be in whatever it is that they do, and help them feel whatever it is that they want to feel, so that they can accomplish what they want to accomplish. All these we do for your greater glory, as we strive for more and strive to be more in everything that we do. These we ask from you, O Lord, through Jesus Christ, your only Son. Amen.
Amen. All right, so we haven't done this for a while, but I want to give it a hand, and then, all right.
Wesley on 3.
On 3, it's not gonna be. Wait, it's not gonna be gold. What is that?
Stay gold.
Stay gold. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be number 1. Okay, number 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Number 1. All right, let's go in the stores.